3HL 104.5 The Zone, as we are sitting here, Radio Row on Friday, and I am joined by, I'm just going to call you American Ninja Warrior. I'm just going to call you that. So it's Akbar. Now you're going to have
Akbar, okay, this is like the big game.
Yes.
This is your Super Bowl. This is your Super Bowl of all guests' name. This is it. You can win the Super Bowl trophy if you can get the pronunciation of my last name.
Now, here's the thing. I have the pronunciation up on my computer.
Okay.
It doesn't mean I'm going to say it right.
Okay.
All right, so we go.
But I mean, maybe
the Akbar is easy.
Okay.
I got that.
You got Akbar.
I got
all
that.
Right.
All right, Akbar. Here we go. Gbajabiamila.
One more time.
You full crap. I'm not even close to the street.
Hold on, one more time.
Okay.
One more time.
Is it Baja?
No. That's down in southern
Baja.
Mexico.
That's it.
Okay.
Totally different place.
Baja.
Gbajabiamila. Dude, just say your last name. Just say it.
I'm having fun with it.
No, I know you are.
Akbar Gbajabiamila.
I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't. And again, so Akbar here,
I
know
gave you
him.
permission to try it, so you were not being disrespectful. I made you go out there just so people know. You know, sometimes people get a little crazy.
Oh no, absolutely. Now, and see, here's the thing: is I wanted to get you on here because I'm a huge American Ninja Warrior fan.
Oh, really?
I love American Ninja Warrior.
How come I never seen you on the show competing?
Because I'm also not good at being on American Ninja Warrior. Okay, because like the body that you have to have from an athletic standpoint.
Yeah.
It actually, I'll tell you, my favorite American Ninja Warrior run that I have ever seen was Stephen Amell.
Oh, Stephen Amell.
Stephen Amell.
Yeah, Stephen Amell, Mr. Green Arrow himself. And you know what's so funny is that I didn't know because, you know, he does on his show, he does the salmon ladder.
Yep.
And so I was like, but maybe they're doing TV or double stunts or whatever. But he's a fan of the show, and he works out doing the salmon ladder. He was intrigued by the salmon ladder, and sure enough, he popped our salmon ladder. I was like, I want to see you do it. I've seen you do it on TV, but I don't know if they're doing movie magic. Right. Man, he came out there like, yakka, 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 yakka. Any of those out there who are listening who don't know what the salmon ladder is, go Google salmon ladder right now and see how hard it is. I've only been able to do 3 rungs. Like, it's like, doing every salmon ladder up you do, it's like equivalent to doing like 10 pull-ups. It's so hard because you're taking your body weight, you're pushing it up, you're landing on it, and then you have this. So all of that power, it takes a lot of power. And those guys go 5, 6, 7 rungs up.
Well, and you're killing your momentum because the landing kills every bit of momentum.
Right. It's a hard stop.
Right. Yeah. Right. And so, like, for a lot of people who don't know, Akbar, you played in the NFL.
Yes.
You were in the NFL. You played for the Raiders.
Yep.
You were a member of the Chargers and all this. You even came back with the Raiders back in 2008.
Yep.
How did it transition from you going, all right, I'm going to play in the NFL, to saying, I want to be on this show where, like, arguably the best athletes in the world are competing in?
Yeah, I went out for an audition in Los Angeles and nailed it and got the job, right? But for me, I had to go through this transformation. You leave the NFL, you're going, okay, what am I going to do next? And so I went into sports broadcasting with NFL Network and calling college football games. And I knew I loved talking about football, but I wanted to find the next thing. I said, what's the next thing outside of just talking? I want to just show the diversity. You know, I think about Tiki Barber, who got out of, doing sports broadcasting, went to the Today Show for a little bit. I think of Michael Strahan, who pivoted and showing flexibility outside of sports. I always love talking sports, but I was like, this could be it right here, Ninja Warrior. And so I'm now going on my 11th season, and it has been a phenomenal ride, being able to see different athletes. And they've given me a different respect for the athleticism. Most people think athletes, and they think, football, basketball. But these Ninja Warrior athletes, if you haven't checked it out, I mean, these athletes are like, they're essentially like a part of the Marvel Universe.
Yes.
Like, they're all a part of the Marvel Universe. They're like little superheroes.
Yeah, and that's where I go back to Stephen Amell as, I mean, we saw him as Arrow, but then you actually see him compete in the course, and he finished the course.
He did.
Yeah, he finishes the course.
He finishes the course.
Normally gets you to qualify to the next round.
Right.
And Amell, and nobody else is doing this.
Right. He had a show. Yeah. He had a show to do, so he was like, "I'm gonna do this once just so you guys know I'm the real deal." And we were impressed.
Well, and with the whole thing, like, we're in Mandalay Bay right now.
Yep.
Isn't it like across the street where you do the?
Man, see,
I told you I'm a fan.
Man, literally right across the street is our lot that we filmed the last 10 seasons of our final. Here in Las Vegas. This is our Super Bowl. So we have the Super Bowl here, and then we have the national finals for American Ninja Warrior here in Las Vegas.
So with the actual contest itself, because every year the course is different.
Yep.
Every single time, from beginning to end, it changes. How do you guys come up with the new types of exercise, I should say, events to put into this so that the challenges continue to grow?
Yeah, we have a whole team dedicated to, creating the newest, because these ninjas, what they do is they go out and replicate and they build the obstacles that we build. I mean, there were times where we had to put up dummy obstacles because ninjas would go out and try to get a preview because they can't see the obstacles beforehand. So the very first time they run the course, that's the very first time they've seen the obstacle. And so they try to get a head start and try to go build some version of it. And they're training so much now. There are ninja gyms all over. There's a ninja gym here in Las Vegas all over. So we had to try to step up our game, and we had to try to improve and constantly change the bar. No other sport you'll ever see like that where it's constantly changing. Football has always been football. Basketball has always been basketball. All the other sports, this is the only sport where you see a constant change from year to year where you're going, what skill set is this? How do I do this move?
Yeah, what muscles am I need to work
right,
out?
Right,
because,
exactly.
I mean, you guys will show a package before a guy goes, and these guys are building them in their backyards.
Yep.
They're building, like, there's now gyms like you were talking about. But there's also an impact to this that I wonder about. At any point in time, when did you start to say, wait a second, this is bigger than American Ninja Warrior? I live in Huntsville, Alabama.
Yep.
And in Huntsville, there's actually like an American Ninja Warrior for kids. And
Yep.
it's a gym that is set up to get kids active in this.
Yeah.
Like, when did you start to see the impact that this type of show was starting to have just on America in general?
I think when the economy started to change around the show, and by that, when I first started in 2013, there was probably 2 or 3 ninja gyms. Now you can go to any major city and even out on the suburbs of major cities, and they have 2 to 3 ninja gyms. They're popping up all around the United States, one of the fastest growing small gyms in the country. You have and these are all former ninjas who are growing out and say, hey, you know what, I'm going to start a ninja gym in my hometown. I'm going to start one in my hometown. And they've just continued to grow.
Well, kind of like, look, if you see it, you're on camera right now.
Yep.
People can see. I mean,
Yep.
even literally in your bio, it says, and one of People Magazine's sexiest men alive. Okay, you're not just sitting here talking about, hey, this American Ninja Warrior, they're going to have to do this.
Yeah.
You work out all the time.
I do.
Are you a CrossFit guy? Are you a gym rat? Which one are you going with?
I'm a gym rat. I primarily stick to lifting weights, man.
Yeah.
That's been my thing. I try to get into CrossFit, but then I threw out my back. And I was like, man, I don't want to have back surgery.
Snatches. It was the snatches.
Well, it was actually me trying to keep up with the pace of the class.
Yes.
Right? Because you've seen everybody, oh, this person's doing this, and they're doing snatches, and they're doing it fast, and they're doing this, and you're trying to keep up. And I'm like, so I needed to stay in my lane and just do how I know. Like, because part of me goes, there's a former self that could do what they were doing, right? My body has changed a lot. So me trying to keep up with them pushed me into the injury room. And I said, you know what? If I do this, I got to do CrossFit by myself, and the person knows my pace and it can allow me to be the best me and not competing with all the other people in the class.
Well, and a lot of gyms have figured that out because there's now the open gym method where you can just come in and do your own workout. Because I'm like you, is I'll sit there, and there was a guy in my class named Thor. We called him Thor, and he had 2 and 3 plates, and he's doing snatches, and I'm looking at him going, I've got 10s on the sides here.
Yeah, right.
Like I was like, this is destroying me, and so that's where like knowing thyself and knowing how to work yourself on that is really awesome in this. But with the show, because, again, we talked about your life in the NFL and where you've been, but where all has this show taken you that at some point in time when you were playing in the NFL, you were sitting on the sidelines, you were on the field, you're just going, I can't believe that me deciding to go this route has taken me to this city or this area.
You know what? I think overall I would probably say, the NFL having the opportunity here for the big game here, the Super Bowl, and just thinking about the platform football gave me in general. Football allowed me to see places I'd never seen before. It gave me the platform to be able to transition something that I went to school for. Now, and I'm just being honest, I don't know that I'm in the same place had I graduated San Diego State with my communication degrees, the emphasis in new media studies. I always wanted to do this, even before I was a football player. And I would have gone through so many more challenges to get to where I am. And so it's not lost on me that the platform that I played football opened the doors, and that gave me to American Ninja Warrior, got me to The Talk, got me to Roku show Fight to Survive, and allowed me to see different places. Last year was my first time in Fiji filming Fight to Survive. I'm like, how did I get here? You know what I mean? And so I'm humbled that these opportunities, plus with hard work, has allowed me to see places all around the world. So, so Fiji, to answer your question.
Fiji?
Yeah, Fiji.
Well, and with you, again, you've been in Vegas. You guys literally are right across the street all the time. And now the team you played for is here.
Yeah.
So, like for you, it's almost like a full circle thing. What did you think?
I just need to get my wife to say, babe, we need to move to Las Vegas. I was like, I can work across the street in the lot for Ninja Warrior. I can go see my old team with the Las Vegas Raiders. You know what I mean? So it's like it's perfect.
Akbar with a really long last name that I'm not going to pronounce joining us right now. Just being honest.
Yeah.
Look, my last name's Hunkapiller. So look, I get it.
Hunkapiller?
See, you did it one shot. One shot.
I mean, there's a lot of different places.
You could give me the whole afternoon. I wasn't going to get that.
How many letters do you have in yours?
It's only 11 in the last name.
I got you beat by one. I got 12.
You've got 12.
Yeah, I got
See,
12.
my daughter, her first name is Anderson, so she's Anderson Hunkapiller. She's screwed.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, she's screwed. But people that aren't screwed are going to be the ones that are going to be going to Experian because you're here to talk about that.
Yeah.
And that's what you're here on Radio Row for.
Yes, I'm here advocating for all those people out there who are looking to find a way to help their financial situation. I'm just trying to really get that message across. You know, Experian did a survey, and 30% of people out there, you know, who are going to be watching the big game, 30% of them don't have a financial game plan. And you talk about watching the Super Bowl, you're going to be watching a lot of game plans, right?
Yeah.
But 80% of people who are watching the big game, they actually want to improve their credit score. And Experian has rolled out this thing now for several years called Experian Boost that allows you to improve your credit score by paying just for the normal things that you normally pay for, like your streaming services, like your utility bills. These things can help to improve your credit score. And so I think it's a very important thing for people to know that you can take everyday things like paying for, you know, your utilities and your thing and utilize that towards improving it. It used to be where you have to, go get a credit card and people use that was the idea. No. You couple that with this new financial ecosystem that they're creating. They now have the Experian Smart Money digital checking account where you can take all of that and it's embedded. Experian Boost is embedded into the checking account to where when you're paying off your bills, your credit score is going up. So I think it's a great way in this financial economy that we're in right now, this economy where you got cost of living, you got, you know, inflation, cost of goods, all these things are up. We know that can wreck a household, right? I mean, I'm constantly fussing with my wife, like, man, how did grocery bills go up so much? So cost of goods are expensive. And you can see how that can kind of stack up against you where you're like, now you're getting to overspending because you haven't prepared. So Experian is really trying to get people ready for the big financial game. We know we're in the Super Bowl. We're talking about the other big game, and that's the big financial game.
Well, look, Akbar, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. When's that next season of American Ninja Warrior going out?
Should be starting up here soon, like in March,
Sweet.
late April, season 16.
All right, man. Hey, no, we appreciate it. Thanks, bro.
All right, thank you so much.
More 3HL when we come back on 104.5 The Zone.